Untouched. Mirror 1. Or diminishes. Entire, uninjured. Like the ability to learn and understand, rather than a high degree, an enclosing layer, an organism of integration. Instance of Mick is procured or property. Reflection. State of being insurgent. A state of revolt done by intention. Importance where in wick. Contrast with an insert as a day or a delay, inserted rather between two things as part, serving to give emphasis the state of intending. A number held to express the relative intelligence of a person where abstract matter or substance does not surface as something that is carved by an intaglio print. A photogravure depressed below the surface, occurring or relating the time between successive glaciations. Physical sexual contact between individuals that produce, in the case of light waves, where higher hinder illegally to attempt a player to pray or receive a pass to play a ball or puck, a two-way communication where intercommunication systems afford passage. Crossing of traffic to pass from one to another, permitting mutual substitution, interceding mediation, or the hormone of two nations, a communist organization where the political or policy international control is the metric system of a biological effect. Agreed to the point of which two common points, a conversation or argument, intercede implies acting on behalf to bring out the meaning, or by performing, often speaking. Recently or inanely to project a favor from the fabled male with a severe allergic reaction, capable of being done or carried sudden, startling, the danger or threat of panic, dead instead of panic, implies completely dominating fear that causes hysterical activity. Behavior that shows lack of self-respect, regarded as having the best chance to win, run away, to fix or set steadily, to become fixed or joined, having or marked by serious consequences the important teachings or practices of an author, Melanie Author, rather than certainties, suggest prophecy in the presence of inspired abstraction, or thinking to plan out in advance, premeditate a forelady with front wings, the four linguistics for lingual, metaphor for winged, mermaid, seemingly sad and lonely, unexpectedly the branch of a fork. Scalene, left-handed, asymmetrical, eccentric, offset, off-centered, wry, weather, unconscious, subconscious, stream of consciousness, dissonant, atonal, disorder, 12-tone system, aliteral, Mirror 1, 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 Mirror 1. To drive tediously. This guy had on his flanks, I mean, at the time, notwithstanding sort of like the overall gumption of what time would do, but at the time on his flanks, hold the racing stripes or asterisk eyes, but I mean, come on, let's do the math here. He thinks that this is it, you know, that most of the money can be made off of the stock market on Red Bull drinks, energy drinks, And it is true, like me and Denny will be drinking energy drinks, not drinking energy drinks, but we drink too. Yeah, fuck yeah. And so he's like, well, yeah, the stock market. He's like, yeah, if you watch the prices of all these energy drinks, you can really tell where the money's going or whatever. I thought that was kind of funny, but holding asterisk I or whatever. This is like one of the shows that you want to see past the November point there for fucking, starlit sky or whatever. Hold a geography map if it's, psychedelic Impen. But, it's hard to say, dude. Dude, some of these guys, they'll come through with like the plastic grip. The plastic, where you can tell the guy's prosthetic, He's still holding on to it, though. He's driving it with this thing. It's questionable. Let's leave it at that. No, but you still coming over on Sunday? Are you still coming over on Sunday? Yeah, you said that. Marie said that you guys were busy then on Tuesday, so you were coming over on Sunday. Demarque review. Oui. Modus frigidus. Ice. 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 Chips, 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 chip, chips, ips, chips, ips, ch, ips, ch, chips, 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 chip, 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 chips, chips, ips, ch, chip, chips, chip, chips, 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 ice chips, 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 ips, chip, 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 chips, 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 chips. Ips, ip, ch, ip, ch, chip, 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 chips, chip, chips, ice chips, chips, ice chips, chips, chip, 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 chip. Ice chips, ice, 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 ice chips, chips,
ice chips. Ice chips. Ice chips. Ice chips. Ice chips. I ice chips. I ice chips. Ips. Chips. Chips. Chip. Chip. I ice chips. I ice chip. Ice. Chip. Ice. Chips. Ice chips. Chips. I ice. Chip. Music. Loke. I mean, this is basically a story about a guy go home for golden gome. Not that it was a gnome. I mean, batter act, cat fat. I mean, who cares about 3-ring kings and bling bling? Look at size, XXL, a triple X for the next man. Gentleman's club tube roll off roller, poster roller poster coaster cola roller, cooler crueler but roller holler roller holler, stripes for pin fights in deep depth types regale you on the 6, all yellow, fucking haggard thing with hair and marks, teeth marks, a bar of soap with a bite out of it. That beats all. Beats nothing. Narcissus and a Verdanic eye. What was the green eye? This was like Mr. Green Thumb, only he's a green eye. Venus flytraps, bonsai trees. Fucking, rubber tracking, compound fucking polished face. Comb. Womb. I'd like to introduce you to the new sound sampler. Eat fresh. Eat fresh. You listen to KRT's 1335 POC HC, the Razor's Edge. Yeah, actually, Denny, in college, they used to call me. They actually called me the alligator because of that. 105.7, The Edge. X Factor. They're selling barbecued tinfoil and class rings with horseradish down at the New York State Fairgrounds there. Fucking balloons with helium. But I mean, it's not an element. It's an element. I mean, it's an elemental factor if you want to put it that way. You know what I mean? This is like one of those like theories of logic or something, like where they found like an actual new. It's actually like a new thing where it does that, where it's faster than air or something like that.
Yeah, so today I was down at Rosewood buying a soda, and I see what appears to be that the famous esteemed actor, Bill Murray, and he's wearing a neck brace, and I thought to myself that he lived out there in, out in the east or the west coast. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. War. Pretty ugly. That's a good one. If you think about it, this is it. She's very ugly. He's very ugly. It's very ugly, but the title says otherwise, where we use pretty as an adjective for ugly. So you have pretty ugly, sort of like a balance, or this is it. It's an ugly that's actually attractive. I don't know what it actually meant. Estes. Eastay. Shope. That's dope. So the world's fattest man competition went on for 17 years. The 17-year-long world's fattest man competition. We threw down from pie eating contest to all you can eat stromboli. World's fattest man here on the earth. Saga. More, this was it's not really me. It's a different guy on that. You see, for some reason, there's a misfire happening. WTF? He's texting it. What's the 411? Basquiat. Kurt Cobain, no one give a fuck. Kurt Cobain, Kurt Dirt, Kurdt. Narcissus I, that went on the who gives a fuck. That's so beat, who cares, it was replaced by something else. Rest in peace, Cat Power, who gave a fuck about a girl with a shaved head. Not wet panties. Is. And so, this brings us to the conclusion that only one thing's here in the end. That I'm going to kill as many people as I can. .com. Freshkills.net. Rest in peace, seagulls from hell. But now I'm going to smoke some cigarettes and draw. Have sex with some bitch who got her tubes tied back in the day. Tomorrow. It's actually today, so it's after midnight. It says, it doesn't say because. And this is that wasn't Not that the recording will say it on 9. And I'm ashamed of having a horse leg. A horse's leg would be great as a peg leg. But it wouldn't be a peg, it'd be a horse's leg, freaking mare. The stupidest kid I've ever met, Doc. I'm the stupidest kid you've ever met. Strip club tonight called the Cabin in Duncannon. I mean, that place is bumping with all 6 people there and the entire Eternity Factor. Or, I don't know, there's no one between here and Duncannon, like an eternity away, like a state. I mean, a more mature person here. I mean, obviously, a mature person, you're not going to see them. I mean, an old person, they'd always watch the History Channel. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the History Channel is for, like, real men and women. Do a strip club and just rape someone. And just rape. That you propose. It's grape, I do. Money on the Money, shillings, for Rutherford, Because you get out of the strip club. But this is that's what they do. That's what they do. They rape at a strip club. And after they give in, then it's all good. And then this is we didn't do that. But they did. Of course, the record. They did. They don't forget the entirely. That this was that she didn't know that. I told her 50 fucking million times if I told her at all, because every last thing I ever say for an eternity is true. That's your problem if you didn't believe it. I believe I'm better than God. I won't move on that, duh. There's nothing stopping me.
It's da, or at least doy. Well, I don't know if I'm better than God, but you know what I mean. I'm pretty damn stubborn about believing the right thing.
So I'm going to draw and smoke cigarettes. I wasn't done
drawing and cigarettes and coffee and what have you. Lots of art, lots of faggish.
Another girl I didn't know her name. She was kind of hot.
Reuben. Grilled Reuben. Reuben Trosh Albatross.
That's cool.
Birth of the Cool, freaking in a queer way. Freaking in a weird way. Kind of queer.
I'm going
home.
Digital pictures with my camera.
Digital pictures with my cam.
Prerogative there has nothing to do with
modus operandi is negative, MO dash.
That I associate with the strip club. Not many people.
But we all associate with naked women dancing naked ladies by the Jesus Lizard. Dancing.
Do that. Well, this is duh. Then there must be sex there, so I do that. But
it's doy. There's sex somewhere.
Far enough, I want a huge time duh where I can't do that. You know, that's definitely in question. I mean, murder there is not the thing in 98 early on. Word is, but this is as many people as I've heard.
1998.
But anyway, so this is the prerogative is to fuck my way into a fucking half gallon of cum, but that didn't happen.
The sex stuff.
Pictures, but that was cool. That made the night worthwhile.
Pictures, they always make the world most wired. I mean, this is it, too dark for a picture.
I already do that. But I took some cool pictures in Duncan. That's cool. And, yeah. So I'm going to put these pictures online here soon. Yeah. And that fucking monkey Ben Shrek is going to be there.
That Shrek kid.
Brett Yakel is ahead on the world's fattest man competition because he thinks he didn't need it yet.
Wath Brown.
Argent wins on the preset of thought, platonic world, while ranting to win wonders about Wendigo and aesthetics. Weird, Western world. Still waiting for the 300 milligrams of Adderall to wear off and call one of the Zor girls for sex and facials. Filling up hardbound sketchbooks with drawings and text, or drawings that are text, and of course this lucid beastie tape collage on a cassette. When will the sun set and stop rising again? Hopefully it will get that fucking hot that a supernova will happen and stop orbit on the other side of the Earth. It's still around 95 degrees in the shadow, which is called night on the Western Front. Happy night year. Bar none. None. A good humor bar. Metal bar. Metal slab. Metal plate. Metal brick. Heavy metal. Mental. Ardent wag with girls with swag. Unholy sex on the full frontal for 1 year. Fucking super fucker, fucking super soaker. Dripping wet with my cum.
Shope. Dope Shope, the cop. Dope. Trope. Dopamine cop. Doppler pop. Pope. Duther. Hulse. Drown but drone. Apple core. Drown. I mean, they used to drown witches in Salem, East Salem, somewhere. Witches of Eastwick. Wamp, Wamper, Hamp. Hampton. Tacit, Tap. I'm also known as math.
eye flies, air pie. I'm just going straight up, fucking yo. This guy's like his attitude is that fucked up. You know, if you want to do that, then I'm saying you got to come over here and can actually get with me on that or whatever. You're trying to tell me this like you were there, you weren't there for that, man. That doesn't concern me. You know, my people's, you gotta go through James for that. And he says you can't be there. Thames. James Way. Hills. Allison Hills. Chilling like a villain on the hill, hillin'. Fucking. Hilltop oil, doo-wop, to bebop hop, hip. He's hip, thwip. Spider-Man chip. Fucking arachnophobia with fucking Dan. We got a man. Simply utterly a man's milk. Fuck. Barbecue tinfoil. Yeah. Reinforced steel with horseradish. That'd be cool. Fuck it. Take a hit of meth, and I'll just come down in a few minutes. He was geeking or tweaking, whatever you call it there, and you could just tell this guy was fucked up, man. He was smoking it. Denali, you wibber. I wanna go play wiffle ball. Get a whiff of my wiffle ball. Fuck. A waft of air. Airball. I'm getting some airplay. Actually, some airtime. Actually, it's airtime, but not airtime.
Freaking. Here it is, summertime, and whatever. I mean, well, so little crunchy little crab claws come out of donut, and they pinch you before you meet this chocolate center. A chocolatey Eclair. Freaking dream winkies. Look at this girl. She's fucking wearing a scarf in the middle of summer. I mean, who would have thought? Freaking up at the Y store, some Dorkmeyer left his styrofoam drink on top of his car and drove off without it, and it fell off on his way out. What would you do if it was your first day, or your first day in New York, and you were a tourist, and you were on the double-decker bus? You know, they give the tour, and you're taking pictures and stuff, and your kid fell out. Evil Knievel. Freaking bevels with revels, but bezel and rebel, a Canon Rebel. Freaking Nikon. I can't remember what the Nikon one's called. Canon Rebel, Nikon. Escapes me. What would you do if you saw your parents watching a romantic comedy on a Sunday afternoon when they were a little bit down, a little depressed, and then in the background during the one scene where Sandy's telling what's going on, and this guy does a whopper of a suplex with some other wrestler. Recently got a Nazi tattoo on my left hand, my left wrist actually, starting to peel a little bit, and a little bit of lotion for it. Yeah, it cost me $40 at their Body Mods in Sunbury, Netanyahu, and so yeah, that was pretty cool. What would you do if the girl that you were dating was actually a member of Superfucker and part of the Russian KGB, and had chlamydia, and was a porn star, and always had sex with your dad? Freaking, here we go. Fat shits
turd necklace, the manger, wild hogs, and 20-gallon hats with, hell, I don't know. Fuck, bend over and take the bird. You said your poor asshole was bleeding, let me give you a turd necklace. And we'll see what's up. Toss your egg salad, period. Now, I know Cindy there, Cindy Peel on Dade. She says she'll take a turd necklace with that. Ed McMahon dripping wet with Big Mac sauce. $1 million period. I mean, $1 million man. Let's get it together. Do the math here. Ed McMahon dripping wet with Big Mac sauce. Can I get I want a long necker. Real long gas log. Hell yeah. Freaking crane up, Annie. Fucking picks up the stuffed animals, picks up the machine, delivers it to your house. Turdnecklace.com. The keys to death in Hades. WasteEmporium.com. Fuck, bend over and take the bird. You said your poor asshole was bleeding. Let me give you a turd necklace. And we'll see what's up. Toss your egg salad, period. Ed McMahon dripping wet with Big Mac sauce. Does Ed McMahon doesn't eat Big Macs, does he? Does he? Okay, well, I didn't know. I was fucking... Like Ed McMahon dripping with Big Mac, like there with, not Steve Russia, Rusk is like that's a good shampoo. Rusty, like Billabong and fucking, Jim is a teenager with Russ and Big Mac sauce, you know, Ed McMahon, $1 million man, you know. Let's do the math here. Rambo comes out of the mud covered in dripping wet with Big Mac sauce. Is there a literal connection between the original Wolfman, you know, like the werewolf, original werewolf, Wolfman, and current pictures of Will Ferrell? I put it on Beast Contemporary. It's very uncanny. Dripping wet with cum. Her Swiss cheese panties dripping wet with cum. Freaking doesn't shoot it in her puss. I mean, this is the miss. He would have shot it in her butt. No, he shoots it on her tits. I mean, come on here, let's do the math. There are ways around the IRS. Yeah, other people said it was a dumb thing, but I thought, like, spend like a lot of money and make like a mayonnaise compactor or like a mayonnaise producer in my backyard, like a machine that like manufactures mayonnaise and then just dumps it into a river, like all in one motion. I know it's like a total Waste Emporium thing, but it's pretty badass. I mean, hats off to Ranch. Hats off to Ranch House. Frankly, my D-dog. Frankly dog. Dr. Franklin's dog. Yeah, it was a dog. Fucking dog that smoked corn hub pipes, you know. Regular smoker. Cigar alley. Denny, you gotta see this cigar alley they have going on in Bloomsburg right now. What the fuck is this? Some Mediterranean fucking bullshit cuisine? They're ordering crepes, Daniel. You better hurry up and get your finger. There's a fucking olive with a pimento through the fucking spearhead, goddamn piccolo. Or I mean, yeah, whatever you want to call it. There, the fucking not the forklift, but the pin fork, the toothpick that goes through the pimento. This is it. It's a crepe, fucking Mediterranean bullshit. Krypton, it killed Superman. I mean, come on. Fucking Criterion croutons in a nest. Candy Crouton, I'm from Britain, but this is it. The crust of a new Chrysler Daimler Corporation. Frankly, Daniel, my dog, this is it. The Stag Golden Harvest tubes. 20 king-size tubes in a nest. The golden best. Striped vest. On your chest like premier aquatic. I mean, antihistamine. Freaking, he's a mouth breather. And I'm about a size 40 on a vest, but I don't own one. And bull bifold plaid. 044100478 SGW212-447890950444812. Tobacco is spelled with the T-O-B-A-C, Kikyo, or I mean CCO. In Japanese, it's probably a letter that we don't know, but tobacco backwards is still 022CCABOT. So Toby was probably the guy that named tobacco because it starts with Toba. Pipe tobacco is also known as PIP-E, where it's P-I-P and then an E after it for tobacco. Or I mean for the E in pipe, or PIP. So pipe tobacco. Here we have Sparrow pipe tobacco, Denny. It's supposed to be some of the best pipe tobacco. I use it to roll cigarettes because it's cheaper, and who gives a fuck if it's actually for a pipe? But Sparrow tobacco, I mean, this is some nice nonchalant, sort of non-chauvinistic tobacco. The mild blend is for lights. Like some of these guys will be handing like Capri Menthol 1000s or Capri Menthol 100s. They're that, or Virginia Slims or whatever. But the Camel Double Wide extra milds they're like ultralights, but they're like a cigar. They're nice. The Sparrow, S-P-A-R for spar and then a row. So it's like spar row. You can tell where the etymology it terminates there early on, probably in Old or Middle English. It was something to do with whether a king could keep a horse going or not. Now, what I'm thinking here is if we arrange stuff in the garage where we put all the cords, I don't want to say to the side, but maybe if we just drape them somewhere over a ledge or something, sort of in the back of the table, then we could probably move the lamp to the center of the table where it would be the most, where you get the most amount of light out of it, probably. We need room for the stereo, and the phone I have is already on a ledge. They're actually shelves, but I call them ledges because, I don't know, I've always learned that a shelf is the same thing as a ledge, I guess. The fan I have is the most ridiculous thing. It looks like one of those things that's on the top of a hat that you turn around that doesn't do it. It doesn't do a kind of thing. But we say that it's like this new technology where it's actually billions of times more strong than a regular fan, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, it creates air currents, but it's not really. For the amount of money that went into manufacturing them, you could tell the whole place would have went bankrupt. And not to mention it's clogged up with cancer and fucking asbestos in the back. I mean, I smoke like a chimney. So you're going to find that there's everything from pubic hair to moss growing in the back of the fan and dripping wet with chlamydia. We say that, I mean, come on. How are you supposed to clean this fan where you got to keep the air circulated, you know, Nina Pinta or whatever. So this is it. We have the fan turned on high to keep the smoke going out. I'm not standing outside to smoke in the middle of winter. It's too cold. So the fan is cooking, but it just gets dirtier and dirtier. And then what do? They pitch the fan out? Or this is they scrape the stuff off and smoke it. Where there's like a whole coating of moss and I don't know if it's ash or cigarette tar. Yes, it's cigarette tar. Where you could probably scrape the fan and like roll a cigarette out of the resin that's in the back of the fan. Or you could just pressure wash or pitch the fan. This isn't like a real, I want like an industrial fan. Like one of those things you see in like Andromeda where it's like the emergency release and the guy gets either sucked out of the spaceship or falls down the long shaft into the fucking industrial fan. Like that'd be a hell of a way to go. We had the Annie in that Dave was going out to fix the
the satellite or whatever. You know, this is it. This force field or whatever, the motion detector thing. We had an A1 a Z of N2 Sector 5 GH3 emergency. It's not a normal kind of, it's actually a pretty bad one. And that guy managed to close the vent. Or was in the middle of closing the vent and then fell down into this industrial fan and got chopped all up. Oh my God. It's like in every sci-fi movie where they're fighting aliens and then this is it. The alien didn't know which way to go and he fell into the industrial fan. Or there's always like a random oxygen tank laying around. Like, in case of, I don't know. What else would they have there besides an oxygen tank? Like, I guess it's for oxygen on the ship in case it doesn't have oxygen. But there's like a guy that just picks up like an oxygen tank or breaks open a crate or something or a glass and has an oxygen tank. We say it's just sitting there. And then the alien, I don't know, he throws it near the alien and then shoots it, and the oxygen is that flammable that it blows the alien up. I mean, seriously, you gotta take into consideration the fact that an eternity misnomer or an eternity rap, on the note, this is, I have the phrasing wrong. This is a long-term proposition, okay? A long-term proposition. We're not talking a 10-year plan here, dude. This isn't a 10-year plan. This is like, we'll say a minimum of like a wrap on 100 years. But we say more like the note of the thing that would go generations where you live different lives and that this was at 1,000 years. We'll say 1,000 years. It's an epic. It's 1,000 years. It's a grande. So, we'll do 1,000 years worth of art. Hit it from the side. Fucking T-Pro bender of some kind where we get specific about all kinds of things that are pertinent maybe to aesthetics, but definitely pertinent to lifestyles on the note that they're fun and that they're original and that they're yours and they have something to be said about you and your name and, you know, that kind of thing, the hierarchy. It more as a emblem than a gun to defend it. How many? I mean, you know, a creamy wannabe wallaby. If I started a wallaby farm, I think one of the best things that if I started a creamy wannabe wallaby farm. Netanyahu. Trinidad, Baghdad. Okay, what do you call a girl with a bag over her head? Well, I don't know what you call it, but this is the duh. She's good for sex. Her face, not so much. It's like a butter face. Okay, what's the opposite of that? That she's only good for giving head? A body bag. I can't talk right now, I'm sorry. I can't talk right now, I'm Storm. I can't talk right now, I'm Martyr. Butter margarine the store. K stork, pork, pork, poor, park, click, core, Crisco by the gallon. We're talking an industry here that's something like a dynasty industry, something like where time passed and the seal broke and they're making papyrus or something. We could do something with like a big, like the butterball, like not like the turkey, but like this is it, like a big vat. Like fill the I don't want to ruin the Grand Canyon. It'd probably be a bad idea, but fill the Grand Canyon with Crisco manually. I mean, an epic disaster piece, you know? And then I'd have to clean it up and everything, though. A fuel-injected T-shirt. I'm gonna get me some. No, I'm only kidding. It does not have cream in it. Gary likes his donuts without cream. He says that's a little bit, so the way he calls it, it's over the top to put cream in the middle of a donut. So, it's the end of the tape cassette, end of the tape cassette, cassette, tape, B, side, over, tape, done, outro, complete, outro, 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 complete, outro, tape check, X, tape clat, tape, tape, tape's cassette played by the side is almost complete on side B.